We're
You
just
and your-
taking a break.
You and your wobbly girlfriend?
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody. Are you all having a good day? Slightly late for this stream, I apologize. Just by about 2 minutes. Wait for everyone to sort of hop on in today. Tell me, how's your day been going, everybody? You having a good one? Have you guys been keeping up with what's been happening over in the Atlantic? Because that has been a story within itself. And if you haven't been keeping up, essentially what's happened is that there was a submarine going on a voyage down to the bottom of the ocean floor, essentially, to go see the Titanic, run by a company. I'm not going to name any names. No DMCA strikes, no suing, no copyright. But quick Google search would reveal what's happening. It unfortunately, the submarine that went missing after about an hour 45 minutes was confirmed to have imploded. All 5 souls on board were lost, so it's a very tragic day. And I figured we just talk about it just ever so slightly in case you don't understand what happened. Now, I have not drawn in years, and I'm also going to be doing this with a mouse. So I apologize if this does not look good. So slide. Just want to adjust that. No, we can't. That's fine. So if we, oh no, we can't zoom in now, can we? That's right. Actually, no, it's down here. So if we want to talk about what happened, imagine that this is the submarine. Actually, pretty much what it looked like. Had a little front shield, front window shield, window, whatever you want to call it. There was a bit of landing gear down here. There was a pressurized hull underneath of an outer shell, which we will mark with orange. So this is what it looked like. Now, as you're going underwater, so obviously the average surface pressure is going to be about 14.7 pounds per square inch if you live in the US. Don't ask me what that is in centimeters and meters. I don't want to do the conversions tonight. So they had traveled about an hour, 45 minutes down out of 2.5 hour journey. They're about 60% of the way down. on their way to approximately 12,400 feet. So you're in the ballpark of looking at probably anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 feet underwater. So you're talking about you've got tons and tons of water standing on top of you. Because this water off on the side doesn't matter. This water off on the side doesn't matter, except for it's applying pressures this way. But when you're talking about the force that people are kind of looking at the most, it's this downwards force. Because when you're in water, you're not just suspending, you're suspending with all of this pressure physically sitting on top of you. This is why you see fish that look like the blobfish. When they come back up above water, when you pull them up, their bodies physically expand, and that's why they look so deformed when above water. But if you ever see a photo of a blobfish that is underwater, it looks quite different. So a blobfish underwater, this is a blobfish underwater. Pretty normal looking fish here when compared to the image that's made it so famous. This is because of the fact that you pull a fish up too quickly, it's going to experience decompression sickness, it's going to bloat, and essentially all of that pressure within inside of its body is going to be forced out. So now going back to what we're talking about, that's the sort of pressures that they were dealing with on the submarine. So at 12,400 feet, it's approximately 65 or 6,200 psi. So being about 60% of the way down, you're looking at about 5,000 pounds per square inch of water sitting on top of you. Tons upon tons of water. The human body would not survive down there, which is why you need the pressurized hull. So, again, for anyone who's just joined, we're just quickly talking about what happened to the Titan today. The orange is simply the outer shell, the black is the visible pressurized hull. I have no clue if this was a double pressurized hull, if it was a single pressurized hull. I have a feeling that it may not have been a double pressurized hull based on what happened, because if it was double pressurized, that pinpoint needle weakness that they're talking about is less likely to happen. Now, you reach this pressure, I mean, if anything goes wrong, it's catastrophic. And unfortunately, it was catastrophic. So, what exactly happened? In about 30 milliseconds, the entirety of the submarine collapsed in upon itself. And in case you're curious, it takes about 100 milliseconds for the human brain to receive a pain signal. So, throughout all this tragedy, at the very least, it's not going to make it any better, but at the very least, they died painlessly. It's such a horrible thing to have to think about, to have to say, but if you want to try to shed any light upon this, it would be that. So the first thing that's going to happen is that all of the walls are going to start collapsing in to a central point. So the further away a wall is, the faster it's going to accelerate. So likely this backside is moving the fastest. The top and the bottom are going to reach the center point at the same time. Yada yada yada. The front side, you're going to flying glass. Never a fun time. But one thing to keep on top of this is that you have this water rushing in from all sides, but there's still air occupying this space, and that air has to go somewhere. And what happens is that in these sort of situations, there's a phenomenon known as cavitation, which we actually see quite often on submarine propellers, in that they displace water at such a rate and with such a pressure that it actually superheats gas bubbles to approximately the temperature of the surface of the sun. So not only did these people inside suffer from pressure crushing and flying glass, being crushed by metal, being crushed by I at this depth I have no idea how many tons of water are on top of them. Hundreds, thousands. It, it's just unfathomable without doing any calculations. But they've also been exposed to quite possibly the hottest temperature any human has ever been exposed to. So, once again, to reiterate, this all happened in approximately 30 milliseconds. Human brain takes about 100 milliseconds to receive a pain signal. Now, obviously, to go back to cavitations are incredibly loud. It's one of the issues that the US Navy has had with building submarines that are stealthy and quiet is that to making a blade or propeller quiet actually has the inverse effect of creating a cavitation, which, when that bubble pops, is very loud and can be easily picked up by sonar because it's essentially a radar ping just going off. So the US Navy put out a statement in which they said at approximately this time on this date, our sonar buoys picked up, and they called it an anomaly because just a sonar ping or an anomaly within what the buoy is hearing is not enough to be a determining factor. That is when you send out other things to go searching in that area, which is what happened. But I have a feeling that this is why the U.S. Coast Guard was not asking uh, Britain to send the plane with the ROV that they had because they were already positive that the anomaly they heard was the implosion of the Titan. So, for a final recap, approximately 8,000 to 10,000 feet down, after an hour and 45 minutes of descent, after into their 2.5 hour descent, the Titan imploded. All 5 souls were lost on board. Tragedy. I don't know who has been keeping up with it. I certainly was all day. Today, at approximately 2:24, they did find a action. Apologies. At approximately 12:30, they did find the debris field. At approximately 2:24, they released a statement indicating that the pieces of debris they had found were a part of the outer shell of the Titan and a part of the landing gear, which led them to the conclusion that it was a catastrophic loss of pressure. Now, before we move on, to give you a visual, I have this short little link on Twitch. And that is, as we said, you can see the back end quickly collapses in, everything centers around a singular point, and there's an explosion heard from the cavitation. So that is what we know as the general public about the issue. Obviously, there has been many other things being announced from people within the company, including that they skipped safety tests, that they weren't listening to their chief of safety, their engineers, who were stating that the vehicle simply wasn't ready for the venture. So they had also attempted this back in 2022, to which they quickly had to resurface after I think an hour and a half due to a battery drain, but that would be an unrelated issue to a sudden catastrophic loss of pressure. The vehicle did, however, complete about 25 successful voyages, I want to say. So it's not like it wasn't a thoroughly tested submersible, but you have to make sure with the submersible when you're going down to those depths, you have to have a rigorous testing system in order to make sure that there was no weakness applied upon the vehicle. And unfortunately, that is just what seems to have happened. It was an oversight from someone in the company that unfortunately led to the death of 5 people. Enough about that, though. Today, if you've seen the title of the screen, we plan on trying to take on the warehouse with our bare hands. No spud launchers allowed. You can use the vehicle to ram it, but I don't have Egg with me tonight, so I don't want to make too much progress. So I figure that the best thing that I can do is waste some resources, jump around, beat some robots down. That's the plan. We're going to see if it is possible to defeat farm bots, tape bots, and the hay bots and the tote bots at the warehouse. First, we have to make it to the warehouse. We haven't even made it there. We just got to the trader, which is going to be concerning because I only have 2 vehicles. So I might be making a scrap engine in order to make a small little vehicle with no suspension in order to get there. We will see. But we're going to go do a bit of recon first. Although I do remember from the stream the other day, you telling us, not you, Sharp telling us that there's a specific block that can't be destroyed by these little guys, and I believe haybots. I think it's only the farm bots which can actually damage them. Could prove to actually be quite useful. I want to say it was tier 3 metal. So if we were to build a vehicle that ran super low to the ground, essentially like how a Formula 1 car is that low to the ground, especially these new ones that are generating most of their downforce from ground effects, or artificial ground effects if you want to get technical on it. I think that a vehicle as low as that may serve a good purpose. The only concern would be that we wouldn't be able to properly get over the hill with that. So I might need to carry the metal on me to then attach it on top of the vehicle to protect it and have it serving as a mobile base on top of actually, being there. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is I need it protected, and I need for this thing to sort of serve as a battering ram as well, because tape bots are going to be a pain. But first I need to figure out just how far away the warehouse is. I believe I can make it up over this hill with this vehicle. Yep. There's the second packing station. So I should be getting relatively close to the warehouse. Could set up a base of operations. I'm also going to go... Is there no one coming? I don't believe there is. There's 2 tote bots sitting right here. I'm gonna grab some of this honeycomb. No haybots? No haybots. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can grab this honeycomb in order to make new wheels for the secondary vehicle. or the suicide vehicle, essentially. Alright, just break this last one. And we got ourselves just a little bit of... Oh, I'm gonna... oh. Yeah, don't do that. We got ourselves just a little bit of honeycomb. We're gonna go back to exploring. Oh, what time is it? I might need to run back to the base, but there's the warehouse. What is that? If that's the warehouse, I gotta stay focused. I can't go off that way. Okay, so it's not a super far trip to get to the warehouse then from the mechanic station. I think we can make it there within a day. I just need to go back and make sure we don't have any crops that are going to be planted and need to be harvested. I'm going to have to protect them. Theoretically, should just have a bunch of tote bots coming in. I don't think we planted enough for any hay bots to attack tonight, so it should be a nice, light and easy kind of grab some extra circuit boards tonight. If I could actually control this vehicle. It's a better vehicle, but you've got a very bad driver behind it. But when we get to the warehouse, I haven't dealt with any tape bots yet this game. I've dealt with a farm bot in the sense that I ran away like a baby. Which is probably what's going to end up happening again. I don't see how I could take on a farm bot specifically with my hammer. So it might be... I wonder if I can lead the farm bot into the water because they can't swim. So if I lead him into the water, I can probably get away from him, especially if I can lead him up against a rock and then jump out of the water. If he's up against a cliff, he's got nowhere to go. Simple as that. So that might be the moves. See if we can plant the vehicle on one side of the warehouse and I lead the farm bot out the other side, because I do believe there is at least one farm bot that sits around there. Let me see. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have a bunch of plants. Should still only be approximately six tote bots, I think, tonight. So whilst we're waiting for that, we're gonna collect some glue clam and specifically some oil. Oh, that's right, that's the glitched one. There's your fun fact for the day. That one's glitched. We're gonna hop down here. I haven't looked up what all I need glue clam for. I know obviously to make glue, but I just don't know what other recipes glue is used for. It's one of those, I sort of have a pile of it developing, and I just grab from it when I need. Egg has gotten some too, so it's not like we've actually been desperate for it. Unlike with oil, which I need to refine just a bunch of for this mission. Because I don't know if you saw when we got back, I was down to the red on the gas tank. And I don't want to sit there on this. I specifically want to make sure I've got over half a tank, if not more, approaching something like 3/4 full. I think 3/4 full is probably enough. It all comes down to gas isn't the issue. I need to make metal tier 3. I can make a mobile fortress, something that they can't break into, then it's not nearly as much of an issue. Ooh, I'm gonna drown. I shouldn't be doing that. Wouldn't be the first time I've almost done that. When I was 6 years old, I just I was at my cousin's house, and my cousins have always bred dogs, so they've got some big dogs. The dogs normally were not allowed into the pools, but when no one was looking, the dogs would jump into the pool. You know how it is. It's a chlorine pool. That's why they weren't allowed in there. It's not like we hated the dogs. We just physically didn't want them to get sick from drinking the chlorine or to get chlorine burns on their eyes or something like that. So, but you know how dogs get. When you tell them no, they want to do it again, like a child. So I was swimming, and all of a sudden, this big, heavy thing jumps on top of me. And as a 6 year old who couldn't swim without floaties, that was stressful because all of a sudden, you're underwater. You don't know what's going on. You try to scream. All that happens is that water starts going into your mouth. And that makes it even worse. You start panicking. I have no idea how long I was under there. My parents didn't really seem too worried, so I don't imagine I was under there for that long. However, that's the story of how, to me, I almost drowned. Gotta keep an eye on my oxygen, though. That's one thing I do struggle with in this game. How much oil do we have? Okay. You know, we're starting to get there. I would like more. I think maybe filling up half a row of the inventory is going to be pretty good. Oh no. I'm receiving messages about kitten that I've kitten sat. And apparently the veterinarian has told the family that they need to feed the cat more, which has resulted in a rotund kitten. Which, oh my word, I can't wait to see some photos of this thing later. Because that is just, it's gotta be the most adorable thing. Mind you, this is a cat that will sit on your shoulder like a parrot, so it's already very adorable. Not a tick. It's not a tuxedo cat, but it's a gray and white cat with the tuxedo pattern. So perhaps it's a tuxedo cat. Honestly, I'm not sure. But they rescued that kitten after its mother abandoned it, and unfortunately, its sibling passed away. So it wasn't like they just stole this thing from the mother. It wasn't being fed. They had left food out for the mother. She wasn't taking any of it. They took this cat in. Their other cat wasn't too happy about it at first. She'll still come over and hiss at the kitten, but they've started playing, quote unquote, I would say, when the kitten is in his little playpen. The older cat will come over, hiss at him, bat at him, but he doesn't seem to understand that she. Well, what is that down there? Oh wow, there's loot crates down here. I feel like this one should be a golden one. Oh, I got a component kit. Nice. Okay, that's worth it. Oh, am I gonna drown? I hope not. Oh, we got it. But yeah, so when they're separated, she has like a boss mentality, but the moment he's let out of the playpen, it's on. Oh my word, I forgot about these. I forgot about them. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. Oh, I'm gonna drown. But yeah, the moment that he's let out of the playpen, it is just on. He goes straight in play mode with her. He does not stop. He's a brave cat for sure. Alright, we need to feed you guys. You need cardboard? Is that correct, chat? Do these little glowy guys need cardboard to eat? I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Oh, am I actually? Yeah, I'll make it up. I'm fine. We're chilling. How much oil do I have? I got a lot. Yeah, I think that's enough to head back now. Gotta defend at some point. Did I miss the night, or did it just... I guess I misinterpreted what time it was. I thought it was far later. So the plan now, obviously, like I've said, fuel, metal tier 3. I have to figure out what metal tier 3 requires. Obviously metal tier 2, so I know it's going to need a bunch of metal tier 1, so scrap metal, I'm going to need embers, I'm going to need water bottles as well, so... Yeah, that's good. We at least have 4 water bottles now, which might only be good for 1 or 2. That's only going to be good for 1 or 2 metals, batches of metal. So we might not get to the warehouse tonight. I may just run there with a bunch of food and try taking it on towards the end of the stream. That might be the challenge. See if I can see how far I can make it inside of there. If I can make it to the elevator, and if I can actually get up into the elevator without being spotted by the tape bots. I'll bring just a bed with me. If I just make a bed and bring it with me, I don't need a vehicle. What happened to you? Are you serious? Oh, that's a pain. Yeah, well, at least they didn't destroy the driver's seat. Consumables. Oh yeah, we got plenty of that. I have no clue how long it takes until this, because this always happens to me. It doesn't say how long these guys will take whenever I join back in. Even if I stand inside either of the chunks that they're loaded in. Well, now I have a new goal, and that is to get this vehicle operational again. I should probably just block this off. Turn this into a garage with 2 bearings. I think that's a better idea. Gotta go check on this again. It must be getting close, right? It's dark out. It's nighttime. It's gonna be scary robots. Ooh. Are they gonna come? Where did you come from? Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe? That is... Oh, wait, let me turn you off. I don't want to deal with haybots tonight. If any of you have lived in the US, you probably, if you went to public school, you probably know that song by heart, solely from the fact that you had to learn line dancing to it. I don't know why that was a part of the curriculum at one point, but it was. It was a part of our PE curriculum. We had to learn line dancing, we had to learn square dancing. I think we had to learn... No, we never learned one-on-one dancing. It was some sort of group activity day. I mean, no one liked it. we'd all much rather be playing dodgeball, kickball, soccer, football, baseball, wiffle ball. Wiffle ball. Ooh, I'm gonna start. Should be keeping an eye on that. Wiffle ball specifically is a lot of fun, especially if you've got a good pitcher. A good pitcher, but a respectful pitcher. Someone who, if they know that it's someone who's not great at baseball, will slow it down. We did have someone like that. He would pitch a lot lighter to people who didn't play sports, so it resulted in more hits and more fun. Still no tilt bots. And I don't have the timer, so I just have to sit out. Ooh, that scared me. I thought I missed them. Need some boss music for this, for when they finally come around. Oh, here they come. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Get me towards your friends. Oh no, wait, there's hay-bots. It's not good, it's not good. Thank goodness we have some stone. Ooh. That was stressful. I didn't think we would have hay-bots tonight. Apparently, they decided to show their ugly mugs. Oh my goodness. Talk about stressful. Wait, why is there another one? Where did you come from? He broke through the circuit board wall. He broke the head. No head. There we go, that's better. Fire that into you. Talk about... Wow. That did not go well. Yeah. And use these guys' heads to further secure this wall. Oh, okay. I've got plenty of stone and wood on me. I can reinforce this. I'm sure Egg will appreciate having a bit more strength around the walls. No, might as well just... Oh, that's metal. That's... Oh, I've been reinforcing this with metal. I don't want to do that. I'm selfish. Sorry, Egg. Your farm can't be protected by that. We have stone anywhere? I'm not sure we have... no, wait, we probably got stone, right? That wouldn't make sense to not have any. Is it in you? Oh, I probably gave all of it to Egg. Okay. Well, either way, you need to go on too. A lift. Oh, wait. Did you just glitch into the ground? What? I'm not gonna complain. That makes my job easier. So I can go back to just making a bunch of fuel. Time to load up. Right. Got a good amount of fuel in there. Oh, I've got even more fuel. And I'm going to be able to top off both the engine and the gas tank. But I still don't have any metal tier 3. Which I want to say isn't an issue, but it definitely is. I don't want to get caught out and lose this vehicle. So I may just stick with the make a bed. Run over there. It's the bed down. Oh, thank you for the follow, Bodger. How are you tonight? Hope you've been following along with all of my rants. So we finally got... That's filled up. We got this filled up. And I can craft... Alright, that's all the fuel going to be crafted. Parts. It's going to be under interactive. Do I have paint ammo? I know I've got cotton. Do I have the paint ammo? I do have the paint ammo. Where's my cotton? Ah, it's right here. Oh, thank goodness I have enough cotton. No, it's alright. Yeah. That means we're gonna have to stay another day because I forgot to collect it all. Whatever. It's fine. I am almost out of cotton now. I need to make another run. I can wait another day though. I'm not really using the cotton for anything apart from making seats and stuff. Collect. Box. So we're going to need... So that's going to take 10. Well, sorry, that only gives us 10. I'm going to want... What does that sound? Oh, it's just you. Shut up. Give me a heart attack. Jesus. So now... Oh, man, I lost my train of thought. Okay. How big is a bed? That's the question I need to be asking. In the meantime, parts, consumables? Ah, it's under consumables. Do I have? I have 3 already. I'm gonna run out of charcoal, so that's gonna be a trip over to there. Okay. Oop, I want to do that. Just ignore that, please. Gotta love that Steam window just opening up. So, how tall are you? You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you're 7 by 4. So we're looking at 28 for that one. We want to raise it off the ground because we want to protect the bed from hay bots, tote bots, and tape bots. So I want to raise it at least 4 off the ground probably. So I'm going to be looking at another 16 blocks. And I'm going to want to expand it by 1. So I got to increase the perimeter from a 7 by 4 to an 8 by 5. So I'm going to need 40. I'm going to need 56 blocks. So I'm going to need 60 blocks. So I'm going to need 6 of all that. So make 60. Oh my word. I'm gonna need, make 60, I'm gonna need 120 metal 2 blocks. Do I have that many? I might. Oh no, wait, I have metal 1 blocks. Alright, let's go craft that. I don't have any more buckets. I think I might have given my 5th one to Egg, who again, unfortunately not here tonight. Perhaps they left their buckets sitting out? I doubt it. They normally keep their buckets on them. Yeah. I could probably just move. I should probably move the craft bot down towards the water. That would be the most logical thing to do. I save time running back and forth. Ooh, a hay bot. You, sir. On the menu. Serve them. 1050 sunny side up eggs. That's right. Not even scrambled. Runny yolk. Probably another one is going to run up on me right now. It's going to be really funny when he does. Hey, yeah. No? No one else wants to smoke? I am the Vorstadt. Oh, hold on. I gotta get up here. Oh. I am the Vorstadt. The robot conqueror. Oh god, I'm missing. Ow. Didn't you hear me, buddy? Didn't you see what I did to your friend? Yeah, that's right. Can't handle the smoke. Well, that worked out because I needed the metal. Well, that's done. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my idea of picking you up. I'm not going to make the mistake of putting it down and picking it up constantly, because that is how you lose these things, and I don't want to have to make a new one. So I'm just gonna waddle my way over here, take a bunch of water, and then I'm gonna have to waddle my way back with this, but it's fine. In the name of efficiency. Hey, it's ahead. Put you right there. Okay. Consumables. 2, 3, 4. Nice and simple. How far out I can reach that? Oh, I can reach from inside the water. That's, wow, that's gonna make things way easier. I have no idea how much water I need, so we're just gonna sit here for the next 3 minutes. Something like that. I'm not actually gonna time myself. Why would I ever time myself? Keeping myself to a schedule? Who does that? Not me. This is why I have issues in life. We're at 15. It takes 2 to make a metal 2 block, and it takes 4 to make a metal 3 block. The metal 3 block, I need 120 metal 2 blocks, so I need 6 rounds of them. Well, I need, yeah, 6 rounds of just crafting them. I think I'll go ahead and I'll figure out where I'm at with that. Craft up the rest of my metal 2. I'm only at 30. We need more than 30. That'll get us 10. You take 15 of that. We have the ability to make 5 more. We're gonna end at 60. I'm gonna end up being one ember short. So we have to make a trip over there unless I just make... Theoretically, I don't need the extra 16 so long as I simply just make a single pillar going up. Save on 16 metal. Don't need to go over to the crash ship to get charcoal tonight, to get embers, whatever it's called. It's the same thing, you all know it. I think that's worth it. I forgot that needs embers. We have to go over there. Oh my word. I don't play this game much, but you would think that I'd remember if this needs 2, if this needs 1, this needs 2, this needs 2, this needs 4. Oh boy. We're just gonna craft up the rest of the scrap metal then. Turn that into metal 1. Eventually I'll make it into metal 2. And from there I'll actually be able to figure out how much I need in terms of water bottles and charcoal for the proper amount of metal 3 that I want to make. So we'll start crafting that back up. We're going to be able to make just one more round of metal 2, which actually works out really nice. Like that last one, start crafting it. I think I'll do one more round of guys. So we're at 90. We are 10 metal 2 short. Am I metal 1 short? Oh, okay, so I did have stone blocks. Cool. So I can over here. Why am I making metal? I'm making metal because tonight, since normally I play with an unusual egg, find them on Twitch. So since they're not on, I'm just kind of bullshitting tonight. I'm going to go try and raid the warehouse without a spud launcher. I want to make metal 3 because I was informed that metal 3 can't be destroyed by anything short of a farm bot. So my plan is I'm gonna lead the farm bot into the water that's close to the warehouse. I'm gonna build a bed that is on a metal 3 platform, so that way I can constantly respawn, because I have a feeling this is not going to go well. That is my ingenious plan for tonight. I'm probably going to suffer, and I am okay with that. It's all in the name of good fun. Gotta pick this back up. Yeah, I don't have a spud gun. Yeah. I have no intentions of actually being able to accomplish my goals tonight. This is just, I needed something to do tonight, and this seemed like the least logical thing to do, and so that's what I went with. I got 7 hours, I got 7 minutes. Would I be able to get there and back in 7 minutes, or should I just wait? Would I craft in that other 7 minutes? I can make it there and back. Well, I don't have space. That's the issue. Oh, I did it again. Let's see, I can place fuel down. Place that fuel down. Place this down. We got some glue clam. Just have to spread this out somewhere. That. Where did I get 3 suspension pieces from? Oh, that's right. I was gonna make. That was for my other plan, which was to make a mountable spud gun, but I wanted to make a stabilizer for it. Is there mountable spud guns in survival? That's a good question. It might be planning for something I can't do. In which case, I should have at it and go for it. Yeah, I had no intention of actually beating the farm bot. I was just gonna try to cheese it. Although it's good to know that it won't take any damage. So I do actually have to try and see if I can lead it into the water, or at least lead it away. I wonder if it's programmed to return to the it may be programmed to return back to the warehouse if it's led too far away. Axolotl might have thought of what I'm trying to do. If they do, good on them. They just make my job harder. Can I make a veggie burger? I need radishes and potatoes. Radish. Potato. Craft. Thank you, good sir. To go 4 hours, I should probably collect what we have here. Clear out my inventory because I'm going to get a bunch of seeds. But I should just eat these too. See, I've got 4 hours until then. Ooh, what did I pick up? I got you, that's what I got. Okay. Now, after seeing how last night went, even if you lead it away, you still need a key to access the warehouse, which is, oh, it's dropped by killing a farm bot. So my entire plan is just down the drain. That's unfortunate. Okay, so I'll have to figure something else out then. Do tape bots drop anything useful? Or are they just like circuit boards or something? What do I need for a spud gun? I'll go check that tomorrow morning. I'm okay with using the spud gun to destroy the farm bot and then going through tape on shop, circuit boards, component kits, and batteries. Okay, so if I want to make an electric vehicle, I've been thinking about making an electric engine for my work vehicle anyways, so it's not a bad thing. So I guess that does change the plan. I know it says air fist warehouse fight, but it will have to be use the spud gun to take care of the farm bot, and then bare fist fight everybody else in the warehouse. It will be interesting to see if I can actually take care of him. I'm not a great shot. This is going to be fun. Got minute 20 left. Now, Bodger, have you been keeping up with what recently happened to the Titan? This was something that I started off the stream with. Your best bet at raiding a warehouse is to farm to get the spud gun. Yeah, but that's less fun because I die less. I'm okay with using the spud gun in order to specifically take care of the farm bot if that's a requirement for progression, but I don't want to actually progress too much without egg. So maybe I'll go Can farm bots take damage from vehicles, or is it no blunt force damage and only spud gun damage? If they can take damage from vehicles, I might just try to make a ramming vehicle and take them out that way. Not the one in the factory though. There's I know there's one somewhere off that way. Here they come. They're a bunch of Haybots again. Oh, there's why is there so many? Apparently you guys haven't heard. I am the robot destroyer. Where are you going, sir? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. As they used to say. It was actually a much nicer and lighter night. Now with that done, immediately I'm going to go over and get as much... Oh, that's the wrong seat. I'm going to go get as much ember as I can. I've got a pretty clean inventory for it. Ooh, there's a loot box. I haven't seen that loot box before. I haven't been back this way in forever. I say forever. This is only the third stream of this game. I had to come back, I think, either the first or the second time. I played without streaming for a while, so maybe not as far back as I thought. But I do believe this is the first time being back here with the new vehicle. Which, my oh my, you are handling this like a champ. Oh, it's so smoky. Oh, what did I get you stuck on? Ah, that's what I got it stuck on. Okay. I don't think we're actually going to get off of that. Oh, I forgot to get rid of all of this, so my inventory is not as clean. You do take legend damage. One of the farm bots' weakness is it's the only bot that takes fall damage. You can attach a spinning wheel to the front of the car to launch it into the sky. I like where your head's at. That sounds like a lot of fun. Do I risk it on this vehicle? No, I still think I should make an armored vehicle specifically for taking on farm bots then. But if that's the case, then I can load the metal 3 onto the front of the vehicle. I'm just going to need upgraded suspension to go on there. And I'm going to have to make an arm that comes out and up so that way I can get a nice spinning circle. It's going to have a gap in the center so that way I don't constantly hit myself with it. Okay. That's the plan. That's the moves. Thank you, Bodger. You have given me new life to what we are doing today. Where's the ember trees? Oh, that's right. I already got all of them from this spot. Don't I have to go somewhere else now? Where else can I get ember trees from? That's the question. Or do I have to trade for ember? feel like back towards the mechanics warehouse off to the left, there's another fire zone, I think, and I just forgot about it. We'll go check that out. I spun. I spun. Oh, I should not forget about this thing before it gets too warm. I feel like I'll see it as I'm driving. I want to say it's off to the left. Farm blocks do splash damage, so the tier 3 metal wall has to be thick enough so that the wood won't break. Yeah, I'm thinking of designing a vehicle from the ground up with, if you've ever seen the front of a train, that sort of ram that they have on the front of like steampunk dystopian trains. I'm imagining something like that. I wonder if I can mock it up just using this real quick. So, say that the vehicle is... Oh, I don't want to do that. Say the vehicle is approximately... We'll go that large for now. It's probably going to need to be larger in order to be stable. I'd have to come out like this. Then this side would need to come forwards this. A little bit more. Because I'm planning on having the arms spinning through here. This would be the low point of the arm swing. And so this would just look like that, because we want this thing to look cool. Yeah, so something like that is what I'm imagining the front of this to look like. Apologies. Oh man, my voice. Apologies. But yeah, this is what I'm planning on doing. If I have to make it larger, I will. The only thing I need to figure out is how powerful of an engine do I need to make the farmbot fly? Because I'm also imagining I'm going to need to use some of the metal to create sort of like a battering ram that looks like this. Maybe not this large, but it'll look like that. This is what I'm imagining you're talking about. And then for that, there would be just like another attachment point right here. I'd probably make that out of metal 3 and make it at least 2x2, if not larger. It'll be a bit of trial and error to figure it out, but I'm sure we can get there. Actually, I'd probably want you to stick further out, because then you would protect that as well if you're like this. I don't want you sitting on a one by one. That'd be way too weak. That is just going to take a lot of metal, though. Not so much smashes, but takes advantage of what you said, that you can launch them. So instead of coming down on top of them, it's going to be more like a baseball swing where it swings backwards and then up, with the idea of launching the farm bot. Because if I can create damage and distance between myself and the farm bot, that's the most ideal situation than having a hammer coming down and pulling the farm bot in towards me, because that'll also get the hammer stuck. That is not an ideal situation. But for now, I need to go find that ember, because without that, this whole thing just isn't working. I have a feeling it's off this way. See, here's the autumn zone. I think I need to go past the autumn zone. Don't do that. Don't get caught. The hammer would knock it out, which gives you time to back up. So the way that a hammer would probably work for that is that I would want to... There's a lot of bad guys over here. I would want a controller that tells it to swing one way, and then with the lever off, it swings the other way. If I constantly have it swinging one way, I do think I'll get it stuck on top of the farm bot. And if I get it stuck on top of the farm bot, the vehicle is just going to get destroyed. How did I get myself in that? I was not paying attention. We were never worried. Not once. Ah, here it is. Okay, I was right. Yes, there's a lot more region than I thought there was. For now, I'm going to put one here, and I'm just going to raise you up. Makes it nice and easy to figure out where you are. Should have just stopped back at the house and dropped all this off. Oh well. Live and you learn. This would actually be really easy if I had the work vehicle with me, but that thing's a mess. I don't feel like taking that big lunk of a thing out. Imagine farm bot, sure, that has a wheel on the front. Now, when you say wheel, to me, I'm imagining a hammer that moves in the shape of a baseball bat. So it doesn't come crashing down on top of them, but it instead launches them. Are you imagining spinning horizontally instead of vertically? I don't know if the horizontal layout's gonna work. It might be a little too... I mean, it's worth a shot, but from what you've told me about taking the fall damage, I'd like to try to get bludgeoning damage alongside the fall damage alongside stunning the farm bot. Did I hear something? No. Thought I heard something. I did hear something. Never worried. Nice and easy. The back of my character's pants definitely would not be a different color right now. This is so much closer. I wish I had remembered this before going to the other place. That was just a waste of time. Should also explore that building. Just imagining a large spinning wheel, a large wheel spinning up and a hammer attached to the middle of the vehicle. Now, are those two separate things, or is the hammer, so like would the wheel be spinning and it knocks it up, and then I could drive up to him, and then the hammer is to like the side of it and it swings down and it gets damage and then it comes back up? Or are you thinking more so that the hammer is attached to the wheel? Because in my mind, I've been given the hammer is attached to the wheel, and it's, although that would make a very bad counterbalance. Or, well, not a very bad counterbalance, but a very bad balance. So I would need a counterbalance to go alongside that. Which shouldn't be too hard, right? Either it just needs to be all the way out like that, with equal weight distributed on each, well, if it's equal weight distributed on each side, then the moment I go to hit the farm bot, I'm gonna lose so much momentum. It probably needs to be more like a piston style where it's just attached. We get double joint, so attached to that side. I'm gonna have to go look at crankshaft designs, because I think I might copy that for the design of this. Hammer's in the middle vehicle, smashing down. So you would want the hammer and the wheel separate. Okay. So that is something to consider, because that does give us two opportunities to deal damage to the farm bot, compared to my technically one opportunity. And if it's just a spinning wheel and it's not the hammer, it's actually gonna be really easy to get underneath the farm bot and flip them up. Like if I design it like a spatula, just like just basically like this, except probably made out of metal, so it's more resistant to the farm bot. If plan A fails, we do have the hammer, and the hammer would allow us to get away. That is true. It's very true. So we're gonna go with this. Probably a 3 wide neck with a 7 wide sort of scooper. Call it the spatula. So 7 wide spatula by 5 long. and I think that'll be our design. So we're just gonna have to figure out how to incorporate this onto the vehicle. Which we have to build the vehicle first, that's right. This may not get done until next stream, so tune in for that if I don't get there. 10 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. But hopefully we do reach our goal tonight. Oh, I have a lot more embers than I thought. Okay. I'll break one more tree and then we'll head back to the mechanic shop. So you're thinking of using the battering ram. So, okay, so two designs using the same concept of that battering ram hammer sort of looking thing. Did I leave my vehicle? Shit. Where did I put this thing? Oh, I'm getting stuck. I hear haybots. Hello there, friend. Oh, there's two of you. Oh, he hit me. Where's your arm go? I want your arm. I did I lose his arm? Lost his arm. Ow. Back. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I'm getting stuck on so much stuff. I gotta get out of here before I get into another fight with a haybot. Oh, I did it again. Put you down here. Thankfully, I think I'm to the spot where the car is. I think I found the car. So, sorry, again, sorry for cutting you off, but thank you, Evac, for the follow. And so, Bodger, so you're saying we go with two of those hammer designs, one swinging up like a baseball bat, and the other crashing down on top of the haybot. Now, would you suggest that we use a controller so we can define when we have one going and the other not going? Or do you think that both of them going at the same time is okay? I get the feeling that having a little bit of control over making sure I can shut off one over the other so they don't not collide, but trap him in place. I mean, maybe that would bug him out, but I don't want to trust this game to bug out a farm bot and put him right on top of myself. Wow, I did that. Wait, you know what? Let's go. We're gonna go all-wheel drive on this. Max connections reached. I don't have enough to upgrade. Okay. I do need to go all-wheel drive on this vehicle at some point. Where is the mechanic station? Set a waypoint. Over there. Where did the bat come from? I'm using the bat motion to describe how it would be to what motion the upswinging hammer would be. It's just the easiest way I thought to describe it. So it's still using the hammer idea, but just in the bat motion. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I don't want to be here. Woo! I couldn't see anything. That was... I might be the robot destroyer, but that was a little scary. You're flipped upside down. Place you down real quick. I'm gonna grab whatever's in these. Oh, I got a blueberry. I'd like to get a blueberry seed. Oh no, oh no. Why can't I move forward? Stay away from my vehicle. Ooh, where did you come from? I hear another one. Oh my god, why is there so many? Why did they all respawn? Oh no, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no, the vehicle. Why did they all respawn so quickly before I could even get out? So far away too. This is bad. I think we just lost a vehicle. That's the first for this this world. Come on, get over there. At the very least, we died right next to it, so we have a marker for where it is. Ah, piss off, Topbot. I want the hammer swinging down, because if it swings to the side, it will ragdoll to the side and stay instead of staying in the same space. We have to leave that, that's right. So, I thought we were going with 2 of those hammer / battering rams. One swinging up, one swinging down. Oh, we're getting close. The vehicle, I think it's mostly untouched. I think the vehicle's fine. Piss off. Okay, I gotta run. At least I gotta put this out here. And then on a lift. Okay, where's my bag? Here it is. Take all. Oh, I'm out of storage space. Oh no, I'm not. I just destroy you? Oh, a wheel? Oh. Okay. This entire time I've thought you meant a wheel. Like a paddle of wheels. You're talking about physically just having a wheel constantly spinning off the front of the vehicle. Okay, I didn't know that they had that much power that they could launch something like that. That actually sounds a lot less complicated than what I was thinking of. And I guess the only thing... How do we get rid of that? Oh, there was a bed inside of it. I'll just eat the blueberry, I guess. Take this. Being in this forested area is not the greatest. I think there's a break in the trees right over here. We're incredibly vulnerable carrying around this thing. We're so slow. And if I have to stop, if I have to drop it, I don't know where I need to go back to. I'm gonna have to remember to place this down first if I get into a fight. I think we're just gonna go for it here. Thank goodness I protected the suspension. If I didn't do that, I would have been in trouble. Oh my goodness, these trees. Who invented trees? Yeah, there we go. We're finally out. Opa! Okay, gotta pick this up. There's a little topbot chasing me. Lose him through the trees. I very much don't enjoy taking this thing through the trees. I know a lot about Scrap Mechanic, even though I don't play it. That's because I've... Oh, he's hit me. I've watched a... Oh my god. I've watched a playthrough before. I have a little bit of experience in it. Maybe no more than 30 hours though. Great playthrough if you like cinematic things where people aren't great at playing games and use gaming. Shout out to them, they're huge, love them. They are my favorite gaming channel. My favorite YouTube channel overall. But yeah, so they, a couple years back, did a playthrough of where they got to the warehouse and beat it. And that was where they called it quits. Before that, they had done a bit of Scrap Mechanic before there was survival. So a couple challenges and stuff like that. Other than that, I mean, it's basically just trying to understand how the bearings work and the systems. Which, if you've seen the title, Failure of a Student, Engineering Student, it's all about just forgetting what my professors have taught me in class about how physics work and stuff. Oh wait, I completely misread that. You said, I know a lot about Scrap Mechanic even though I don't play it. You are completely right. Wow, I apologize, Bodger. So you don't play it? Now, how do you know so much about the game then? got 43 more embers. Wow, I spent a lot of time collecting embers. I guess I'll just same as you, playthroughs, many tutorials, studying every detail about the game. I mean, that's pretty much the way to learn how to play any game, really. Apart from actually diving in and getting to know it, any exposure to the game is going to be good exposure when it comes to learning how to play. It's a fun game though. I always like playing with friends, so I recommend that for the experience. But if you want to play it just by yourself, it's a good buy. I'd say it's a good buy. I always say wait for things to go on sale though. Especially since the Steam summer sale should be coming up soon. So there's no point in getting it right away if you want to get it. Why are you in the base? I don't know why he was in the base. Quite interesting, that one. Alright, let's see, we got a bunch of that. I guess now we just need to grab our water bottles, and we can go and make more metal too. You've watched many good players build and survive and just learn from them. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just like sitting around in a class, isn't it? So long as you pay attention, you're bound to pick up a thing or two. Obviously, it's quite a bit more fun than being in class, if we're all being honest here. But if you enjoy the game, yeah, I mean, watching people play is a great way to learn. Like I said, I recommend diving into the game yourself if you get the chance. Haven't played this game much, but the ceiling for what you can build, from what I've seen and from some of these parts, just seems massive. I mean, you've got logic gates, pistons, timers. You could build an entire factory if you wanted. You could probably build an entire Gundam if you spent the time. Which building Gundam would actually be a great end goal for this world. Would have to walk though. That's the only thing. Bipedal structures just are not stable. Not a very good design. Facing the right way. There we go. You're too broke to buy it. I feel that. Money is, yeah. Always got to make sure you can at least afford it. You don't want to do something that causes you to miss out on other events or bills or something like that. Never a good idea. That's how you ruin your life, missing a bill payment. So I've got 35. Only got 35 metal 1. Think that's enough to make, yep. We've got a bunch of metal 2. Once that crafts, we're going to go back down to the water. Do the same thing that we did earlier. Sit in the water, craft a bunch of water bottles. But after that, let me just grab a whole bunch of this. Oh, you don't even have a laptop? You're watching it on a tablet? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is on console. That's a good point. I don't know if you have a console as well, but if you ever get the chance to save up for it, I recommend it. Ooh, I need my buckets. Not only is a good laptop good for general productivity, but you can enjoy playing games such as Scrap Mechanic. Grounded is another great game. I'm a big fan of that. I think I might be doing a streaming of that next week, or in maybe 2 weeks. I want to try to do a week of Scrap Mechanic, and then come back and do about a week of Grounded maybe. That's another great game. You're just too far away. Obviously, the all-time greatest selling game, Minecraft. You can never go wrong if you can get Minecraft. That, the redstone and that, I can't. There's people way smarter than me who can talk about it. I've seen people make entire computers that can access the internet from the game and make a call to order a pizza. Like, it's mind blowing what people can do with some of the command blocks and stuff like that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Console and a PlayStation, no gaming rig. Well, I hope I'm at least bringing you entertainment while you hopefully get there one day. It's getting towards nighttime. Trying to think how many. So each day is 24 hours. I think I'll go for 2 more days, and then I'm gonna maybe switch up the game. I can't spend too long in here without egg. Plus, I'm gonna play tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a lot of time tomorrow to also keep things going. Now, I'm not familiar with Codem. I'm not familiar with what that is. Obviously, I know what Twitch and YouTube are. I would hope so, especially with Twitch, seeing as I'm currently playing on it. But what is the Codem? CODM? Oh, COD Mobile. Okay, that makes sense. I should have been able to figure that one out. I think there's an Ark Survival Mobile. It's another game that I really like. I don't have it downloaded right now though because it's 90 gigs. At least on PC, and that's just not worth it. Plus it heats up the phone a lot. So if you do get it, I recommend trying to figure out how to get a cooler onto the back of your phone because the phones just don't have the cooling capacity to actually be able to work it. Oh, I'm short on water bottles, that's why. Go back to you. More of you. So I'm still short? No, I'm not. I'm actually... This was the original goal, was to have 56. Metal 3. So that makes sense, why I feel like I'm so behind, just because this thing is... this stuff is so expensive. Metal 3. This better be as worth it as I was told it was. So I guess tonight we start building that vehicle that you mentioned. So I need to make 5 wheels. Because I don't feel like losing that double wishbone suspension vehicle, because the amount of metal that took to set up is... I'm not doing that again. At least I'm not doing that in a way that I would have to throw it away. I gotta craft this last water bottle. Select. I got some batteries. I got chemicals. Water bottles. Got a bunch more embers. So don't mind my crappy storage system. It's just not worth making a storage chest in this game because of how expensive they are. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier with what's his face, with counterbalancing. I want to see. I think concrete's heavier than metal. Yeah, a concrete block is heavier than a metal block. So probably best for me to do that. Because I have a bunch of chemicals, I can easily get water. I don't have a bunch of chemicals. How do I... Oh, how do I get chemical? Oh, you just need a... Oh, you need a chemical bucket, so I'm going to have to go to the chemical plant if I want to make a bunch of chemicals. Okay. I'm going to make a bunch of veggie burgers real quick. Because we have too much food. Love this animation. So glad Axolotl put in fun animations like this on stuff. Yeah, I know that you can make a loop with the craft bot. The only thing just is that the chests in this game I think are too expensive. Because in order to make the loop, you can't use the cheap chest, I think. You have to use the big chest. And you're talking about 60 metal 1 and 3 component parts for that? That's just too much. Because you're not even guaranteed to get a component part upon the death of a bot. Yeah, he is enjoying himself. If you've ever been to a hibachi, this is basically what it's like. They're so expensive. I've only gone once for a friend's birthday party. That's a fun animation. I didn't even realize that his head was a salt or pepper shaker. Axolotl had too much fun with this. So glad they did. Like that. Make one more. I'm not sure Egg will appreciate me using so much of their food to make all this, but whatever. And I'll drop those down. There we go. So gonna have to go make more metal blocks. Oh, I have a drill. I just don't know where to find metal. Is basically what it boils down to. The work vehicle, it's fully kitted out. Like, I gotta turn that off so I don't kill my vehicle. I forgot that. Yes, I mean, it's fully kitted out. Why are you not hooked up? Oh, I had to dehook that. I forgot I had to take you off in order to get you running, because that's running just off of the scrap engine. Oh wait, hold on. Why? Out of... No, I wasn't. You just don't have enough buttons, that's right. I need one more button to be able to control that. Which I think I'll make just for convenience. I just need you. Hey, welcome in, Shark. How are you doing today? So we're gonna add that switch right there. I've been doing good. In case you're curious, all that you've really missed today was we just discussed the uh, situation that happened with the Titan out in the Atlantic, and I was originally planning on trying to fight the warehouse with just my hammer. However, Bodger told me, why don't you connect the drill to the controller for infinite movement? I'm sorry, you can do that? Max connections reached. So I need to upgrade this, which I can. I have 4 connections now. I'm guessing you have to do it like this. Doesn't look like it's doing it too quickly. Yeah, that's what Bodger was telling me. Ah, yeah, that does damage. Just not very quick. So I guess we just speed that up. Still isn't super quick. I guess we disconnect that. And I can connect you. And just do the same thing. But no, because now that's like slowing down. We need to reverse it each and every time. Yeah, because it still would be fun to try to take out a farm bot without using a spud gun. So the plan has been to make a vehicle dedicated to the wheel on the front in order to launch the farm bot up into the air, and then after that we're gonna have a hammer that comes crashing down on it. Um, and you say that this spins without any gas. Oh, hold on, I need to loop, that's why. So if that's the case, I might need to make a separate controller for that. Because if I loop that, then these guys are going to constantly go in and out. And I don't want that. I want it to be able to tuck the saw in to get a better turning radius. So we got to see how much a second controller cost. We just need to grab some glue. I've only got one glue, but I've got plenty of glue clam. And then 5 circuit boards. Now we got that, so now we can make a second controller. And we'll use that controller to have those guys constantly spinning. That'll allow me to keep disconnected from that. Oh, okay. It just doesn't work if it's too quick. I don't get why that is. Yeah, basically that was just to try to keep this as close within the profile of the vehicle as possible. Because it's in a... Can I make this thing spin? That thing spin. There it is. Oh yeah, so running into that thing makes it spin. Because it's in that tractor trailer style, I really didn't want it to get too wide, or else it would lose even more turning radius. Then you'll go there. I'll go connect to you. Saws and drills also damage if it's less fun than a giant hammer. That's true. Oh, I need 2 component kits now. that. There we go. So I'm going to have that turn that on. I don't want those constantly running because if they are, I'm concerned that when I go to extend this arm to cut trees, I'm going to run into issues of cutting off my own wheels. So then, gotta be fast. Oh wait, hold on. I'm doing all that. We'll just put you on that. Actually, you gotta start at 0 then. Gotta do 360, 360, and oop. That work? I guess we need to extend this. You know, they don't spin too quickly. I'm not sure how effective they'll be at actually cutting things. If for that, we just need to increase the connectors to get more speed, that's whatever. We can easily do that. I will go test this out though. I'm guessing, let's see, I want to test this out on, I guess a tree. Oh, I didn't hook this one up, that's right. We need to go to you. Actually, you don't control anything now. I can remove. Wait, hold on. There we go, I can move that link. There's this guy. Yeah, you see now we're not getting enough speed out of that in order to actually cut down this tree. Hold on, what? You're only going that. Right, that's right. You're supposed to do that. I'm looking at the wrong controller. I wonder if editing these to go opposite ways will fix it. It has to go so far. Maybe this will work. What in the world is that? I cannot read that. There's supposed to be a plus there. Minus, plus, minus, plus. Right? Right. Plus, plus. You're supposed to be minus. We can keep you at 0, so you go back that direction. Okay, so I need to fully upgrade it to have enough speed. That's what I was worried about. So, hi there, friend. For now, because I don't have the component parts for that, I'm going to take the two off of that. And I'll hook them back up to this. How did I have this set up before? Okay, there we go. That's how we had that set up. That makes much more sense. Eventually, I would like to make a dedicated wood cutting machine, where there's also a saw on the inside of where I am. So that way, basically, just runs it through almost a stripping machine, or whatever it's called, planing machine, instead of how I have things going right now. You're scared of saws, really? Good to know, because then we can freely farm. I guess it only comes down to if it's more efficient to just build a bunch of metal 3 blocks like I have been, or make a bunch of saws. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. These guys aren't. Just insert there. So them being scared of that stuff is actually really good to know, because then I don't have to deal with them. I'm just gonna have to actually make all of that. Close that back up. Good old seedling, I can see again. So now how much wood did I get out of that? Okay, I got 140. I don't know how I got 90. I had 90 wood block ones sitting in there already, that's right. Now, Bodger, do you know if I need cardboard to be able to feed those little glowy guys who are in the lake? Now it's time to make the farm bot destroyer. Yeah. What do I have? So metal block 1. Blocks. I only have enough for 1. Parts. So I'm going to be able to make 2 wheels. What? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Gonna craft those 2 wheels. I've got a bunch of scrap wheels sitting there. And I do have 3 suspension already, which is good. Not great, but it's good. Parts. What do I need for interactive? I've got metal block 2, and I have singular oil sitting there. Oh, yeah, I have 2 more oil sitting there. I can craft that last one. It's good. I think I'm going to start piling my pieces for this thing on this wall. That way it's separate and I know where they are. Okay. Here's our 4 suspension. Wait, I had 4 suspension already? When? Well, I've got an extra suspension, that's fine. Now we should make it with big wheels. Okay, that's fair. Either way, I still don't have the metal for it, and I'm out of honeycomb. Well, not out of honeycomb, but just about. Now, I know that water buckets can temporarily stun A-bots and I think tote bots. Can the water cannon do the same for higher grade enemies or no? No? Okay. I had a feeling it was that, but it was worth figuring out. Let's see, there's a tote bot right there. Good, just so it's looking for it. A bit of scrap metal. I want to see how much I have, so I got to put that in my hotbar. We're going haybot hunting. This place should be chock full of them. Ooh, component parts. I love those. Other component part. Other component part and a battery. Okay. But no haybots. Maybe there's some upstairs? No? Interesting. Got a bit of gasoline. Oh, I got a banana. Oh, I need to eat. Oops. Bit more gasoline and some chemicals. What do we get? Ooh, an orange and a tomato. Another component kit. But yeah, no haybots here. That's kind of surprising. So we got to go a bit further out to try and find them. Got one. Short 27. We're still 3 short of being able to make two stacks of metal 1. You have nice another hay bot right over here. How dare you kill that lock? That's what you get. Don't be a bully. I feel like they're probably... I would imagine that the hay bots are in the hayfield, right? That would make the most sense. I think I see one way out here. Hopefully we can refine this quickly before any others come over to me. Ooh, take a bit of corn. I haven't looted this one in a while, so everything should have respawned. Just that. That's a walk. Yep, there's a hay bot down here. Yeah, so I was planning on making walls with the lift. It's just a fun challenge to try to achieve, I feel. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh, there's another one. Where'd you? But yeah, I'm aware that it's not going to be an incredibly easy task to actually pull off. Yes, I did know the reasoning behind the naming for the walk. Yeah, that was not lost on me. Oh, there's another one up here. Awesome. Gonna have to let my health recover. I hear another one. Get this tomato. I have to be careful because I'm out of tomatoes. So my water's gonna go down. Nothing else. Ooh, and we're up to 107 scrap metal. Oh, another one. Kind of back to refining this. Nothing back here, so I guess we gotta go up another level. Up to 127 scrap metal. This raid's been really useful. Let's see who's up here. No one? Okay, so we can do some looting. Pass. Okay. Nothing there. There was this guy right here. Carrot seeds, a component piece. Okay, I like component parts. Tomato seeds, always useful. Although we do need more dirt. That's what we need. Anything at the top here? I hear something. Wait, where were you? I was just over here. Completely missed this guy. Oh no, I wasn't over here, okay. We've gotten so many component parts. Nothing else. I'm gonna make our way back down. Curious if anything has respawned. Because the respawn rates in this game can be somewhat out of control. Just gonna book it to get back to the mechanic station. Is that little one and that one over there, but I should save that for another time. We didn't achieve our goals today, the original goals set, mostly because of the fact that I've now learned my entire plan was flawed to begin with. That's okay. We found a more creative way to try to deal with it. So let's get started on that. I'm gonna need a... Do I have the almighty toilet? I don't believe I have a toilet yet. I should make one. Here, hold on. That new goal, make a toilet. This is gonna be the world's greatest achievement. We're gonna win the Nobel Prize for this. '18th century London would have burnt me at the stake for the witchcraft I'm about to produce. Bam. Just like that. This is what you call living on the edge. You can find them in porta-pots. Too late. I already made one. Mine's better than theirs. So, let's see. I'm gonna start off like this. On the back end, I'm gonna want to be wider. I think the front end's gonna need to be wide as well, but not as wide. Or like this. So I think that's the shape we're gonna use to start off. Then let me... do want this to come forwards just a bit to protect it. And go with that. The almighty toilet that is used to lose use. I cannot read that text. Am I out of... really out of wood already? I feel like that's wrong. Yes, I am, though. So I think we go with that because that helps to protect the front tires. That's actually gonna have to be extended, I think. I'm gonna extend it backwards. There we go. Just because I know that the big tires are, well, big. Start off with that. Go with that. Oh yeah, that's right. I've got the scrap wood to make a bunch more refined wood. Although I guess for a mock-up I could have waited to do that, but whatever. We'll take just that bit more. And we'll come back over here. Did you just make a storage chest, or is that a graphics card? What is that? What in the world? I'm more impressed than anything. We want to cover this to here. Oh, a candy, thank you. I had enough candy the other day, but thank you very much. I might actually just convert all of this to be metal at the front instead of even trying to keep some wood at the front. The wood's just gonna be useless if it gets broken through too. So we're just increasing mass without increasing the level of protection. Go like that. And I want the... How wide's a farm lot? I think they're about like this wide. Right? That looks about right. So long as the vehicle's within that, then I can basically build offshoots like this. And then the chemicals are just going to be the bearings, I guess. Oh, yeah, I have bearings. Cool. You guys can go like that. And then I have tires in here. Maybe I'm probably gonna have to offset them to the outside one, so that way they don't interfere with the hammer. But those will be for trying to launch it up in the air. Or yes, I mean this is oh wait, I do need to extend it to whatever. This is the basic shape that I'm thinking of for the vehicle. Do you think this is gonna be too small? Or is this fine? Obviously we're gonna have to add weight on top of it in order to weigh it down. And I'm gonna have to add some counterbalancing for the hammer. I just don't know if this is actually a long enough wheelbase to keep the back grounded. I'm not even sure what that one says. There, we gotta go grab the rest of the wood. And now we're gonna go with that. Ooh. There. Good. So I guess at this point it's all about gathering the components to put this together, but I will be right back. Just give me one moment. Apologies, I have returned. I likely should also make a push to mute button instead of actually having to press the mute on my microphone. So I don't want to make this thing too big. Obviously, it still needs to be able to get away from. It still needs to be able to get away from a farm bot if too large of a vehicle is not going to be able to do that. We raise it up. Might not have enough space under these. I might have to go one wider. Definitely have the space under you guys. Guess the question then is, do we make that? Do we make this into a double wishbone suspension? Probably cost to performance. Double wishbone is probably the most effective. Apart from just adding shock absorbers to this, the only thing is that it's no matter what, making metal pipes, making bearings, all of that is expensive. I think I spent 600 metal combined on building the suspension for this vehicle, and we've only got 122. But if you look, I mean, it's pretty complicated. Not pretty complicated. It's just more advanced suspension than, per se, this, which is toss some shock absorbers underneath and don't drive fast. Guess if it's going to be a combat vehicle, it's going to need to have the more expensive suspension, which is going to be a mess for me, especially to build it. Now, let me take a look underneath. How do I build you? So it's you just come across. You're attached. You're attached directly into that. You come down over, specifically requiring this bearing to work. I want to get an idea of how this suspension looks under. Oh, that's right, I can't. We gotta do that. That didn't work. I'm not looking at the wheel well per se. It's more so the suspension itself. Specifically because I don't want to get caught out in a situation where if I do need to run, this vehicle's sliding on me a bunch. So I want to see where I can improve this suspension and maybe make it more cost efficient. Let me just move that so I can see it. I understand how those work. One thing that's never made sense to me in this game is why I have to have these horizontal bearings for this setup to work. I've tried it out in creative, and without them, this setup just doesn't work. I mean, I could pretty easily shorten this by 1. That would save a bit of metal, but I'd also get less steering angle. No, like, I understand how the suspension works. What doesn't make sense to me is that if you try, it's just something with the game where if you try to build this suspension without using those horizontal bearings, the welding doesn't hold. So it's the only reason that they're on there. It it's the only way to really connect that inner suspension to the rest of the wishbone. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me. I get the concept of how this works. You get the arm, the suspension, you tie it in, and then you have the wheel out here. You get up and down movement, but you have the suspension in here stopping the wheel from just collapsing. That's the basic gist of this. The only, like I was saying, the only thing I didn't understand is just why the welds don't hold if you don't have those bearings sitting in there. It would just be a lot cheaper if that worked that way. Well, we gotta go with right, 1 1. Yep. We're gonna have to go start making a bunch of bearings. How many do I need for this? Have a good night or day. It's lunch where you are. It's 12 p.m. where I am, or 12 a.m. Let's see. Interactive. Make all these. By the way, I had a lot of slow frames tonight. 516. Ew. Normally we only have 47. I'm using a lot of extra memory tonight too. Why are we using memory? CPU's been high. Kilobytes per second has been dropping below 6,000. Up with that. I'm gonna take all this. think I'll make this a very short. Oops, I can walk underneath it. Make this a very short suspension path. Parts. Gotta get blocks now. We're gonna make another one of them. I gotta dump off a bunch of stuff. So we got potatoes. I think that's all of the seeds that I got. They can sort all this later. That's their job. Not my problem. We gotta go in here. Should I actually pick this up and take it out? Just makes sense to have it next to what I'm building. There we go. Hurts. After that, we gotta go back and we need to make even more bearings. I think it takes 10 bearings per side, maybe 6. Somewhere in that ballpark. Thank you. And I guess. Oh, wait. So you gotta go wrap around going one higher. You go grab the suspension. I feel like I need off-road suspension for this. Which is gonna be a lot more expensive. Parts. Put a block 2. Big oil. I'm gonna build this thing. I need to build it properly, and to build it properly, we're going to want off-road suspension. I'll save this for another vehicle. We have got all that. I'm going to craft another batch of you guys. Go ahead and drink that. One. So let's see here. Do that. Want to lower this. Over you. Extending one over. Or normal. That be exposed. All that. Box. Craft that. I'm gonna be out of wood. So we're gonna be out of wood. So I'm not gonna be able to do any more mocking up. It's fine. Parts. Continue just crafting suspension bits. Two. So we're gonna. You guys will loop. Like that. And you there. So you go down, come back, and we gotta go back one more on this. Like that. Gotta go. Suspension. Ooh, this needs to be one higher. Because if I want to build this at the same height, either I need to. My wishbones. I need to change the location of my wishbones. Keep you in the same spot. Do that. Okay, collect all that. Do that. There. You have to go there. Brings you back up. Yeah, that's good. Blocks. Craft you. I forget just how quickly I get into this game. And then it's just, you need to do this, you need to do that. And everything just, I run out of time so quickly. Grab that. Then grab this one. Box. I'm gonna craft you, because I'm gonna have to craft. I'm gonna be one short for a second. So we have to go killing more. Gotta go take care of more hay bot. Oh hey bot, oh hey there. Let's go. I know you're out here. Smell ya. Please. Oh, free stone. I love free stone. Ooh, hey bot. There you are. Ooh, yeah, you're a big strong hay bot. Ooh, you're a dead hay bot. Yeah, I did. Something stuck under the ground there. So I can make another batch of wood. Not wood. I make another batch of metal. And if I make that other batch of metal, then I should be able to make at least one off-road suspension. Craft that. Off-road suspension, I need to go get some crude oil. That should just be a quick little dip. You need 8 total for everything. Not that bad too, but might actually be able to get that just from 3 if they're all stage 3 oil veins. Which you're stage 4, you're stage 3, you're stage 2. What did I say? I'm just good like that. Bounce our way back. Is there any other hay bots I can go to? It doesn't look like it. Okay, like that. Thanks. That's right, to make metal 2, I need numbers and I need water bottles. We have 2. You. Run over. Can't wait to take on the farm bot. It's gonna go so horribly. It's gonna be in the most me fashion possible. I'm gonna get the entire thing destroyed. The vehicle, that is. All this hard work's gonna just go down the drain. Consumables. Those 2. Then right after you. So we are going to have enough to make 1 off-road suspension, which is fine because we can make a proof of concept for this suspension style. Because I've only done this with sport suspensions. So it's going to be a pretty interesting change. Oh man. I'm going to have to maybe alter the height of this wheel well, because if I don't, I might run into collisions. Then again, how did I do it? Here? I mean, I don't have that exposed. Here. Anyway, I do have that exposed. Okay. Then yeah, just basically do that. Problem solved. Like a real engineer. Sweet, you're supposed to be there. Yep, do that. I'm gonna extend these 2 forwards, that way we still have that connection. Once I actually get more wood, I'll maybe move that in 1 more and I'll cover over the centerpiece. But that is for neither here nor there at the current moment. Because right now we are ready to design this front left suspension. Needs to go here. Back. Up. Bring you down. We're gonna put a suspension piece or a bearing on there. I have 1 straight bit. Good. Gonna need a bit more curvy bits. 2 real quick. I need to go down like that. Let's go view this. Here down, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Make that little 4-bit piece. Select parts. Gotta make one of you. How do you work? You come back down and then over. You attach into the bottom of that curvy piece? You do. We gotta collect that. We gotta make one of you. Gotta make, yep. Put that. We wanna make one of you. Gotta delete you real quick so that way I can do that. Oh, my weld tool. That's important. Okay. Oh, they update this to change the highlight color of the weld tool? I hope they did, because it does look a lot more clear. Okay. So we take two. Damn. We're connected. We look over here. So after that, it's just down and out. So two more of you. Go down. Go out. Come on, come on, come on. I am impatient. That's not even because of a result of my, actually might be a result of my ADHD. Who knows? Maybe that's also the reason why I'm up at 1 a.m. playing a game. That's neither here nor there. Actually, it is because I have work at 6. I gotta be up at 4. I swear I don't have an issue. Actually, I do. Big issue. Thank you for the follow, Brad. Brad Cardon, how are you doing tonight? I really gotta change this wheel well. I'm gonna have to go way, way wider out, which means I need even more wood, even more metal. This machine's not gonna be ready to take these guys on at any time soon. This is great. Wonder if I can. I mean, I have to have faith in myself on this. For those of you who have just joined in, currently I'm trying to build a vehicle because I want to defeat the warehouse without a spud launcher. So I've been given a bit of information on things I didn't know, such as that the farm bot takes fall damage, and also you can stun the farm bot with bludgeoning damage. So I'm building this vehicle. I'm gonna have 2 wheels here spinning in the reverse direction so we can launch the farm bot up, hopefully giving him some fall damage, but we're also going to build a hammer that will swing down if we need to, if plan A fails. But I really want to see if I can beat this warehouse without a spud launcher. Cape bots are going to be a completely different issue, however. Alright, I gotta go get... So, I need big wheels, and I need 3 more. I need 3 off-road suspensions, so I'm gonna need 30 more metal 2, which means I need... It takes 15, 45 metal 1, and then that's like 60 or 75 metal, just scrap metal, which is then 8 hay bots that we have to defeat. I also need oh wait, the craft bot's out here, right? That was just for the off-road suspension for the big wheels. I then need a further, I'm going to need 6 of them. So that's another 60 metal too, which is then, again, like 90 or 90-ish scrap metal. So that's another 9 hay bots that we have to beat, or find metal, which apparently is the thing that I learned today. I don't know where to find it though. So for now, I will continue my campaign against the hay bots. Ah, nice and easy. Brought a pitchfork to a hammer fight, sir. Should take a shot every single time I beat one of these guys. I think I'd be out of it way too quick. Oh, come back here, arm. I need you. Oh, component kit. Oh, I got a bunch of those from raiding that building, that's right. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to upgrade soon, because I'm starting to actually stockpile some of these again. I don't know what else needs to be built using those, so I should hold on to them for some time. But hopefully soon we will be able to start upgrading things. I'm gonna need a powerful engine too to move the vehicle, because it's gonna be weighted down at the front, or well protected at the front by a bunch of metal, specifically metal 3, so the heaviest type of metal. Then on the backside, we have to weigh it down with concrete. Because if we are constantly swinging a heavy bludgeoning item at the front, this thing's going to start moving on us. So, get over here, Haybot. Ooh, we took damage from something. Hey there, Haybot. And another Haybot. Oh, he got me. I think this should be all of them. There's another metal arm right there. That's got me. I did it again. Keep doing that. It's got me 47, so I can make 3 rounds of nope. We have tomatoes. Oh wait, we have. I got veggie burgers. Oh wait, and we have milk. Probably the. Don't want to waste a veggie burger just on being thirsty. When egg finally gets back on, they'll probably spend more time with the cows. Woks, sorry. Let's see a wok. So I could have. Could save a bit of material if I tighten this up by 1. So, yeah. Gone. Finally placed it. Get back. Are you done with the suspension? Not even close, Bodger. I'm trying to condense this down, so that way I can save a bit of material. But I simply just don't have all of the metal that I need to make everything, including the including the shock absorbers. I was only able to make one of those at the moment. So it's going to be a very long process for sure. I'm going to need to rearrange the wood at the top again. Or there. Just go back to that then. Just going to tighten this up by 1. At the back, I don't think I'm going to go for the dual suspension. I might just go for a solid rear axle. Probably going to be quite a bit simpler and save a lot of materials instead of having all of these bearings and stuff. Just 4 bearings in this. I've got two suspension designs for that. I'll need to go back into creative to test them out at some point. Because I want to say one of them was good, but the other one was just complete garbage. And the one that was garbage might have been my centered one. I have to figure that out though. So now that I've gotten that, like this, parts, got enough for that. I don't have wood now though. Oh. Greetings, Brad. How is it in Germany? Morning over there. It's technically morning where I am. The whole 1 in the morning. So, not the most ideal time to be up. But it is what it is. Did I hear something else? It's not. Sorry, Mal. Had the whole tree just fall on me. I didn't realize this thing could turn that well. Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot about that. Thank you for the candy, Roger. Okay. Just gonna manually break this down. It's gonna be way easier. Oh, and I think that's all the wood. Okay, yeah, that looks like that's all the wood that was here. This next tree. Got to get it. There we go. Might be the most successful time I've had actually trying to cut down one of these trees. That the off button? I think that's the off button. I gotta remember to start doing that before I jump out. I think that'll be enough wood for now. How long do I think the stream's gonna be? I think I need to get off pretty soon because I do have work in about 5 hours and I haven't slept yet today. And this is actually far longer than normal stream. I'm surprised I've been able to go for 3 hours. Normally I'm only at 2.5-ish. But this has been a very fun stream. You guys have been great, very engaging and everything. It's made it real easy to play. And thank you for the help today, Bodger. So we gotta take all of this wood. Blocks. Start crafting all this into some tier 1 wood. That's good. Now, parts I think I needed. Yeah. I don't even know if I have 8 honeycombs left. It's gonna be the next issue. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna be 1 short. 7. Wow, 1 honeycomb short. I think there's some honeycombs that spawn right on back here though. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, I think there's some honeycombs that spawn right back here, so we should be able to make 1. Yep. Go ahead and make a singular wheel tonight. It's gonna be some serious grinding that we need to do next though. Oh wow, there's one way all the way up there. Oh, lunch by my feet. For everybody who's just joining in, at the moment we are currently trying to build a vehicle that will allow us to defeat the warehouse without using a spud launcher. So specifically this is meant to try and defeat a farm bot, with the idea being we can either launch it up in the air or smack it down with a hammer. Like there's 2. We now have the parts for 1. We're actually going to be able to make... We can make 2 wheels tonight. It's huge. Of course, now I don't have the... don't have a second offered suspension. But that's... I'm actually okay with that. We made more progress than we thought we were going to make tonight. And maybe I can go and find a haybot lying around somewhere. Oh, yes, there's actually a haybot arm sitting right here. So now with the haybot arm, we can make another batch of metal. Like that. Blocks. Okay. And with that block, I think I've got enough to... should just be able to make that. This will replenish it. Parts. And I can then make you. So we're gonna have 2 offered suspensions done. So half the suspension is gonna be done, specifically the more complicated half on this front side of the vehicle. We still have to go through all of the ballast and counterbalance the rear side with the concrete that we'll have to make a bunch of. But that can be left for tomorrow's stream. Like that. Also going to need to make we need to make an engine, a very good engine specifically. Maybe a secondary engine for those front two wheels. I'm not sure. But now so I've got the second off-road suspension piece. We're gonna come up here. Just place you. Very basic double wishbones design. We need a bit more guys. I think I need 4 of them. I also need 1 of these. So you go back. Collect you. Up. Put you on there. I am going to need more of these guys. Facing me. That. Collect. We're out of bearings. We're also out that. So we're finally starting to run into some real issues on building materials, which I think leaves us at a very good spot to end this stream tonight. And I'm going to leave you guys off with another one of the channels that I watch Cardinals in, playing Final Fantasy. Hope you guys enjoy.